Get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, and it's time for a duck replay! Oh my god, duck! Duck is amazing, duck is OP, I like the duck. In all seriousness though, this is going to be a match where I have quite a lot of luck. It's one of those matches where the result is... it's unpredictable how it's going to go. It's going to be a matter of just exactly the right circumstances, like the right things happening in the right order. And even though this is a tier 5 match, I'm going to do quite well. This is not ideal matchmaking for the AMX 40. The AMX 40 actually sees tier 6 tanks, unlike the other French tier 4, the B1. And that's a bit unfortunate because it's not very good in tier 6 matches. In fact, in tier 6 matches it's pretty much useless. Wow, that driving. Well done. But for some reason Wargaming in their wisdom have decided to make this a tank with normal matchmaking. It doesn't really do very well in tier 6s. It doesn't do that well in tier 5s either, but yeah. So the Valentine AT for some reason decided to shoot our Matilda. Our Matilda thinks that it was me. He didn't see who shot him, so he puts a shot back in my direction, not knowing that it was the Valentine AT. And then the Valentine shoots the Matilda again. So I don't know, that Valentine AT clearly... I did a video recently on Wheaton's Law. The Valentine AT player clearly also does not know Wheaton's Law. Shooting your teammates is generally a bit frowned upon. It's not a good start to this battle. I'm going into it with some damage already, and with the duck you kind of need every advantage you can get, so this is not really a good start. And that Valentine AT player, even though he didn't shoot me, has basically been the result of... he's been the cause of the Matilda shooting me. So this guy, I'm going to stay well clear of this guy. He's clearly not the best player. He's clearly a bit of a jerk. Or at least he was being a bit of a jerk on this particular day. I don't know. Maybe normally he's completely lovely. And just today he felt like shooting his allies. Who knows. Anyway, I'm going to go for some flanking. And this is a massive risk. I'm banking on the fact that I'm not going to meet anything too dangerous. But I've got my heat shells loaded even so. The heat shells on this thing are really underpowered. I mean, we're talking, this has, with heat ammo, it has penetration that's actually less than regular ammo on the M3 Lee. So it's not like it loads premium ammo and win in this thing, far from it. I probably don't actually need heat for the S35 CA. I always said SC35A there, which would have been completely wrong. But I really need to take this guy out. I need to do the damage because depending on what gun he's got, he could really hurt me a lot. In fact, if he had the 105mm gun, he could one-shot me. But I was able to side-scrape, I was able to take him out, and uh-oh. Yeah, that'll be a problem. The Excelsior has... the armor's alright against lower tiers. Unfortunately, I am one of those lower tiers. So this is a big problem for me. I can't hurt him. Even with heat ammo, I can't hurt him because it's only 91 penetration. If I was right behind him, if I had access to his rear armor, maybe I could do it. But I can't take this Excelsior alone. The only good point about this is that he's also only got 90 odd penetration. I think 92 pen. So chances are he's gonna bounce me if I'm remaining sufficiently angled, but I do need help here. I can't take this guy alone. So I'm looking for shots against the 3A because I know I can hurt that. He's not really a threat, but he is on my flank, so if we can take care of him, that'll be useful. It's unlikely he'll hurt me, but a stray shot might do the trick, and I really can't afford to take any damage. So he's just going to sit there. Let me reload. Boom. Okay, that's good. 10-7. We're winning this reasonably comfortably. I really need some help against this Excelsior though. The Stug is the only person nearby that could help, and he is finally moving. So I'm trying to get low front plate. No dice. Gonna try Well, keep him tracked, because if I can keep him tracked, that's useful for the Stug. And I should probably be aiming for his MG port here, but I'm more concerned about trying to keep him tracked than trying to do damage. Because if I can keep him tracked, then the Stug can take him out. And as you see, even though he's being shot by the Stug, he's actually still concentrating on me. And what's nice about the AMX 40 is, like the Matilda, it's one of the few tier 4 tanks where it actually pays to side scrape. Unfortunately, that one went through, so that was probably him switching to the premium ammo. So I'm going to go to HE shells, because I want to keep this guy tracked for the Stug. The Stug is basically my only chance of being saved at the moment. The Stug is also apparently shooting HE at him. I don't know what gun the Stug has, but I don't know that it was... that wasn't 105mm HE, that was surely 75mm HE, because it was doing really no damage at all. Anyway, there we go. I kept him tracked. I was side scraping, and I took, 2 shells were enough to take the remaining most of my hit points. We are, however, 12-10, and we should have this, right? I mean, this is going to be quite... This is going to be... This is going to be... We'll just crush the T1 heavy, and that's it, right? Yeah, one of those matches. There we go. I got a bit lucky there. I hit a weak point and penned him, so that's that guy down. Just moving in on this remaining Chernu, and there's an AMX 40 on the enemy team somewhere, but we don't know where he is. Oh, okay, that's our Churchill 1 down. So it's now me, the Stug, and a Bison. The Bison hasn't been much use in this battle. You see there he's got 0 kills. On the end score screen you will see he's actually done 0 damage. So, yeah. And again, switching to the heat shells, I don't need it for the Chernu, I really don't. But I want that guaranteed penetration, because this is the kind of situation where you need to be able to do the damage. I've got 37 hit points left. I cannot afford to take any hits myself, and I know he's got a good gun if he's got the top gun. More than capable of penetrating my armour. So there we go, the Stug just goes for it and just YOLOs him basically, and manages to die in the process. Not quite sure how. I'm going to guess he missed some shots, but he did do at least 1 damaging shot, which means I can just trundle over and... Oh, there's a miss, but this guy's a 1-shot kill. And the enemy AMX is actually... There we go. AFK. So, this could be a total bounce fest. I'm going to have to get up close. The weak spot on the AMX 40 is, if you don't know, I mean, a lot of the time weak spots don't matter. The stuff that's shooting at you, it doesn't matter about your armour. But if you've got a lower penetration gun, this is where you shoot. You shoot the collar, where the observation slits are, and you can basically penetrate there reasonably easily. So there we go. Last tank alive, bar the Bison. Wow, nice last minute effort there from our Bison, but yeah. And I did rather well out of that match in an AMX 40. There was the right combination of luck there. It was people dying at just the right times on both teams. I was lucky with some of the shots that I made, especially against that T1 heavy. I didn't expect to damage that guy, but I did. And I was rather reliant on premium ammo though, and that is an issue with the AMX 40. The gun is actually alright in terms of damage output, it's just the penetration is not terribly good. And when your premium penetration isn't even as good as the regular AP penetration for a lot of other tanks on your tier, then you do need to pack quite a lot of premium ammo for anything but being top tier. And even sometimes when you're top tier, you still need the premium ammo, because there's some tanks you still can't penetrate without it, the Matilda being the prime example. So Steel Wall, which was quite nice, 1086 XP, 1070 damage, which was I think the second best damage of the entire team. We had a couple of people that really didn't do anything. That Valentine AT that was shooting friendly tanks at the beginning is unsurprisingly at the very bottom. He contributed nothing to the match whatsoever. We had a couple of players that did alright though. The Excelsior actually did okay, and that Stug also did okay. I also got some assistance damage from that Excelsior, keeping him tracked so the Stug could nail him. And it was a good thing for me that he concentrated on me rather than the Stug, because the Excelsior, even with regular shells, could kill a Stug in, I think, 3, maybe 4 shells. 4 shots. So the fact that he was concentrating against a side-scraping AMX, and it's also lucky that I actually bounced most of the shots. One went in even when I was side-scraping, but otherwise that was not bad. And it's not like that's the result I get every battle in an AMX 40. That definitely required some effort on my part, and like I said, it required heavy reliance on heat shells at various points just for the extra penetration, because the regular AP just is very unreliable in a lot of circumstances. So there we go, there's an AMX 40 game where I actually carried the day in an AMX 40 in a tier 5 battle. It doesn't happen often, even for me. So hopefully you've enjoyed this slice of duck action. If you have, you can hit the like button, you can leave a comment below, you can subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.